You already know what's popping, man. Salute to all my twins. You are on the exclusive, only on TV.TV, Atlantis Indigenous Radio. This gonna be an off the chain build tonight, man. We going in on the Huxtable effect. The Huxtable effect, was it good for black people or bad for black people? Your perspective, but y'all already know I'm coming with my own, of course. So we're gonna deep dive into that in a minute, but make sure y'all check out my brother up next, Too Raw for TV, the podcast hosted by Palmetto Star, at 11. So make sure y'all do that. And check out every other content created on Too Raw for TV.TV, man. They all coming with their own unique fire, straight up, man. From Black Atlantis to the God, to from Crumb, to Mahogany Roots, dropping it in Mahogany Roots, man. Y'all better make sure y'all come out to Mahogany Roots functions and events. Oh man, y'all missing out if y'all ain't seeing us in person and feeling the vibe in person, man. All the way through, it ain't nothing like that, man. And you got Courtney, you got Dre dropping it. Man, everybody doing anything. Empress, Lady Empress, salute to her behind the scenes, making a whole bunch of things happen. So, yeah, man, tonight, man, that's what I want to build on, man. Was the Huxtable effect good for black people or bad for black people? So, I guess a little bit of backdrop on that. What made me think of that was a post that I seen prior saying the Lil Wayne effect versus the Huxtable effect, and comparing Lil Wayne and the Huxtable to each other, and one is a good effect and one is a bad effect. So I said, "Oh, cool, man, that's right down my lane." Because I understand, psychological programming that's put out for the people, and a lot of times when they fool you to make you think something's good for you, is an agenda behind it for you to, be docile, as we're gonna see. But it's gonna be good comparing the two because the two are comparable. It's like Democrat, Republican. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying. So the Huxtable is from a TV show started by Bill Cosby, man. Shout out to Bill Cosby, man. All of these shows are connected. So if you didn't check out last week's show, check it out, The King of the Boule, because we still in Boule territory because Cosby was Boule as well. But we will salute Cosby too for him standing up for himself as an original man the best way that he knew how to. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. But this Huxtable effects that he put out with his show, the Cosby Show, I just want to we'll play video one first. We'll play video one first. And as we get prepared for the video, so Cosby came out, Bill Cosby, influential, famous Black American comedian. It's important too to know indigenous heritage and history, because especially if you understand that we are indigenous nobility, you understand the different roles and different type of careers that transcend, from ancient to modern. So in ancient times, when you're dealing with nobility, you're dealing with court jesters. Court jesters were a part of nobility. Court jesters is where your comedians come from. That's what modern, comedy come from today. So, right. Because that's all a part of essential family building. You got entertainment, edutainment, as you call it. You feel me? You got to go in on a clip from the Huxtable show that it's gonna be interesting. Really checking this out to really peep the mindset of the Huxtable, what they gave us to ingest as the perfect Black family structure.
I hope you like pound cake.
Yeah,
I like everything.
But we better hurry and have this. I have to get packed.
Is it frozen? Yeah.
Sandra,
Yes?
I think you're very bright and attractive.
Thank you.
And this past day has been
Dang, I think it's frozen good. Just moving a little slow on us. But so while that's unfreezing, but that is a clip from the famous Cosby show. And you see Bill Cosby right there. Man, I hope the whole thing played through because it's a real interesting uh, clip that's real like psychologically deep. Um, but like just right in front of your face too. So if that can't play, then we'll just go ahead and build. Um, yeah, so that clip went in on how you seen the dark skinned brother. Interesting. He just came in like the goofy guy, that was interested in his daughter. And then you had light skinned brother come through after that, and he was like more of a masculine man. So he spoke his mind, and he was more courageous than the dark skinned brother that was on the screen, right? And so the mama, they opened the door for the mama to come through. Huxtable, what was her name in the series? Claire Huxtable, right? They opened the door. Uh, um, Bill opened the door. Claire introduced, and let him know that she was gonna be a little while, and she'll go get something for him. And he was peeping how she don't really even serve Bill Cosby well. So he was kind of surprised. And since he spoke his mind, he spoke up and said that, right? And she got on him, right? But this was her getting on him. She was like, man, um, I'm not serving him. I'm bringing him something. Like it was something wrong for her to serve her man, right? And she was debating with him, and to the point that she got that young brother who had a good stance for herself. Like he just, he was outspoken. He wanted to speak his mind, and courageous, natural manhood type stuff. So, but she talked him down. She was like, if you think that that's what a relationship is about, trying to say that he was misogynistic, and what's the other terms that they use? Toxic masculinity today. Dang, y'all gotta help me out. What's all the terms that they use to attempt to tear original men down who understand our divine masculinity and stand in that? You feel what I'm saying? So that was an interesting clip, man. Damn, the boule be controlling the damn that was on Instagram, y'all. So hey, they not trying to have certain shit come out, but It's all good. The when you look at the structure, the family structure of the Cosbys, right? The Huxtables that they would give us, they gave us what? A doctor. All right, we're about to break this down. God damn, doctors. So what's the difference from a doctor and a drug dealer? Lil Wayne was a drug dealer. He promoted drug dealing. I mean, that was how they trying to compare the effects. So he was a doctor. Doctors, matter of fact, I'm gonna say this: doctors kill more people off their legal prescription of drugs than the street drug dealers. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry is crazy, bro. $1 trillion industry, man. All built off sickness and death. Death dealers. Your colonial doctors are death dealers. That's number one. See, listen, you got two sides of the coin. So you got Lil Wayne, which they remember the original man going to have a trap either way you go. The corporate is like this slave colonial structure, like you a corporate Negro. It's like a house Negro. All right. The streets that they hit us up is like for the field Negroes. But we know in the streets is a trap too. You feel me? So that's the effects just off that alone. The head of the nope. I gotta redo that because that's why I wanted to play that clip. The head of the household in the Cosbys wasn't even Bill Cosby, which I think his name in there was you had Claire and Cliff Huxtable. He wasn't the head. Every time you seen him, go check this out. Every time you seen him, she was outwitting them, outsmarting them. And even if you look it up in artificial intelligence, Google, they gonna which one was smarter. They'll tell you Cliff was smarter. So they want you what, and remember, she was a lawyer. Damn, that's a part of the legal colonial society. This is like that's that, and they gave you that as a black middle class success. You know, this is a success story. How is that a success when your wife a lawyer? Lawyers are tied with colonial penal systems, modern day slave systems, tied with the colonial injustice system. Do you understand that? So got you aspiring to be lawyers and death dealers, but just legal death dealers. You know, so that's important for us to understand that. All right. So is you doing video number 2? That wasn't video number 2. All right, you gonna replay the first video? All right. So we pulling back up this first video to see if we can pull it up. But the key thing is, again, even the professions that they gave is Boule style professions. Listen to the last show if you don't understand who the Boule are. But those style professions are Boule style professions. I'm not knocking brothers and sisters that aspire to be doctors because you should. I got a beautiful goddaughter that's a genius already. She like 8. She already knows she want to be a doctor. But guess what type of doctor she gonna be? A natural doctor. And you got to understand, if you're gonna put your people through that system, like they should already know natural healing modalities. And if you're going to do that, they should be like your own agent that you put through that system to actually take people out of that death dealing system. You feel me? Or just to learn the knowledge of how to do this technical skill and bring that back to our indigenous healthcare systems that we already established. Let's get to it. I can't hear it.
Sandra,
Yes.
I think you're very bright and attractive.
Thank you.
And this past day has been simply wonderful.
Damn. I think it's froze up again. Yeah, so like I said, that's what that clip was about. If it don't come back up, y'all all see the title. Y'all can check that out yourselves. But it was just showing the weak, fake, perfect family structure that the colonizers in the Boule, which is Jacobean order, gave us to attempt to get us to be better obedient slaves, you know, be better obedient slaves. It portrayed the black man as not the genius architectural intelligence that we naturally are. His woman was a lawyer against him. How the fuck she be a lawyer against you? Meaning everything he had to say, she how did the judge say goddamn when he slammed the gavel? Yeah, y'all get what I'm talking about. She basically just cut all of his shit off. That's just straight up. Like she would never, for the most part, when you really look at the show, she was always the more intelligent one who came up with the plans with everything. He would just be the goofy one, laughter and go along to get along type goofy shit. Y'all ain't never seen him plant no motherfucking garden. Goddamn, eat some motherfucking food out the garden. No, because they want you to be like a lab rat program, Jacobean order type of fake black success, black education that Trump, that's who Trump want to be like. Yeah, that's why the king of the Boule, remember his election happened on the king of the Boule day. Y'all got to understand y'all evil twins, man. Jacobean orders. It's beyond the Boule because certain orders you're not going to even know the names of. But it's beyond them. But they're a great representative of what they want you to be. Good, obedient Negroes. Good, obedient Negroes. They do not want a dominant, strong, original man ruling and taking care of his family because that's really, really ruling. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that at all. So you're not going to have a powerful family structure that they give you on TV. He was goofy. He was goofy as hell. Come on, man. On that show, y'all remember that shit? Pushing the Jello pudding. Swine. But that's bootleg shit, y'all. That's how they operate. But the put, not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because you got to give honor and thanks for original men when they do stand up. You feel me? Because it's like this, right? I was building with a sister a little earlier, right? Because I like to do like surveys for the show, and this was an easy one. Was the Huxtable effect good or bad? And she spoke on, well, it was good and it was bad. And I said, well, why was it bad? And she spoke on how because Cosby got charged with them charges. I said, oh, this is perfect. I'm going in because I already did that before prior on the Willie Lynch syndrome, persecution of the black man penis. This was way back on Blog Talk, right? I'm just going in on how powerful, influential black males will get targeted. It don't matter if you on some positive or negative shit, because you got that Naga gene in you. At any point, you can wake up that fucking wild Naga gene. Like we about to speak on the prince of the goddamn Boule right now. For him standing up against that code is actually Bill Cosby. Yeah, man, he repenting. The reason why they cut his show off, because the brother got intelligent enough to say, man, fuck this little show and shit that I'm doing. I want to buy fucking NBC or CBN or whatever the hell that shit is. But y'all can look it up. In 1992, when his show got cut off, that's when he wanted to buy the major colonial media station. Listen, that's breaking Boule code. They don't play that shit. They don't play you going against a code. They're never supposed to have power like that. I showed y'all they're an example of their energy is like the movie Django, where Samuel played I forget his name, but the character Samuel played was how the Boule operate. They know that you can't empower black people like that. You could give them a false perception of black excellence, be a doctor, a lawyer, killing your motherfucking self, killing yourself on both levels. The lawyer is arguing for her enslavement, her imprisonment of today. Yes, most all black lawyers, come on, man. I'm not saying all, but most of them. And the ones that ain't is the ones who got knowledge of self and they was possibly sent in there by their peoples. You feel what I'm saying? Doctors the same fucking way. Doctors the same motherfucking way. The only reason why doctors ain't on trial now is because they know how to make y'all sign contracts and they get immunity from the motherfucking contracts. And the people so goddamn dumb. The people so goddamn dumb. They y'all believe in the white coats, white Jesus spell. It's all a biblical type of bullshit, theorem. They taught their children nothing. They taught their children nothing of substance. If you teaching your children nothing of substance and you feeding them trash, which they was feeding them trash too. Again, y'all do an short episode of them having gardens heavy. They wasn't promoting that shit. They wasn't promoting self-sustainability. Hell no. He was not doing no type of training with his sons, with his daughters, because both should be trained. With his wife, she should also be trained. But again, she was the leader of that household, because anything he would try to say or do, she argued that shit down. She was the lawyer against him. You feel me? So, and that's crazy. So that's dysfunctional black family household structure. It leads to all of the shit that you see, Lil Wayne and all that. Yes, I said it fucking leads to that. Because you got two polar opposites. One bourgeoisie black class that think they're the shit based off some fake ass colonial ideology of them, being legal. Because they're legal, they got a certificate from colonizers. They better than y'all niggas. That's in the slums that y'all in the trap. Like they say this, you already know, in the trap. But getting it how you live in they persecuting y'all. Pull your pants up, Bill Cosby on that bullshit. When there was lynching our ancestors wasn't dressing the way that we was dressing. Our ancestors had a suit and motherfucking ties. Come on, man. Boule motherfucking argument. But Bill Cosby learned his lesson and he started to rebel against them. Hell yeah, buying a motherfucking media set. See, y'all don't understand how important Two Off of TV is right now, and what we doing over here. Your own your own media. Media deals with the mind. This is all forms of mind control. Power. Either mind control gonna be disempowering if it's colonial, or it's gonna be empowering if it's indigenous. You controlling what your people see. That's like, if you a responsible parent, you ain't just giving your child the phone and letting them search anything they want to search. Right or wrong. That's just understood, right? Just like you ain't even introducing your children to certain people and shit like that outside of them possibly getting to a certain age. Like, and in training that divine protection, which is culture, which they know they can easily mind fuck the people. Remember, X-Men, they put all this shit in movies, man, and it go deep, especially as far as the superhero type movies, because they definitely talking about us all the fucking way. So in X-Men, Professor X is like your Boule class. He did represent Martin Luther King Jr. prior to Martin Luther King Jr. becoming the king of the Boule by going against that oath. That's why he's the king, because he went against that oath and put his self on the line, because he knew it was a wrap for his ass. He told the people, he was like, shit, y'all gonna make it to the mountaintop, but shit, I ain't gonna make it with y'all. This is what it is. I led y'all into a burning house. Y'all niggas better figure out how to motherfucking get free yourselves. Ain't no fucking paperwork, ain't none of that other shit. Freeing you is you, your soul within you. Oh, he gotta go. Yeah, he gotta go. And then he spoke against colonial war. Don't ever fight the colonizers' war. Never fight their motherfucking war. The Huxtable family is a family that will continue to have people especially our people, obedient to the colonizer. And they never won nothing without us. Think about this. They never won a war without us. Damn, that's powerful. They never won nothing without us. So when the original people understand the power of who we are and stop that bullshit ass Huxtable effect, because again, it's like your Democrats and Republicans. Same shit. Same shit is just different methodology. And everybody, and you need a so-called special class when you build in society. So the Boule is the Negro that feels like he's special. But they already know the best examples from watching Atlantis Indigenous Radio. You know the best examples for any of you that are Boule or under Yakubian orders. That is any black orders that is against the sovereignty of original people. You must follow King to be great like King. And Cosby also had oil on his land. He have very resourceful land. Most of our people do. So they mad at Cosby. The reason why they going after Cosby, that's all straight bullshit. And that's why Cosby was able to get out. The only difference between Cosby and R. Kelly, because R. Kelly ain't do all of that bullshit that they do on him as well. So the only difference between them two is Cosby got bread. Cosby was a part of the Boule. He got bread. And you can't take Cosby down easy. That's why they really coming after him with the bullshit lies of these pilgrim females getting drugged by him. Bullshit. Total bullshit. Just read the transcript. But they know how people don't read. They know they're going to go off propaganda. That's why he wanted to buy that propaganda machine. That's why you need to be supporting True Off of TV.tv. I own shit. Stop playing, man. Because that is dangerous. And we all need to be wise and stay dangerous. That's a divine martial alchemy code that you learn right here. Hell yeah. But it's dangerous when you can position yourself in a powerful position to take media. Again, media control the masses of the people's mind. That's why, you know, they can easily be led in the wrong direction, like the 5%, like the gods. Father Allah, salute to the God. Play the last video, because we're gonna go into why he didn't show this. Why the Cosby Show never showed the progress of original people training together, really getting strong, really being strong. Why they never showed them no type of really planting for themselves. I don't give a fuck if you in a northern environment. It's people that's in northern environments and cold and shit like that that's still way more self-sustainable than what they could have showed on the Cosbys. There was never no respect for Cliff. Cliff was a goofball. Nobody really respect Cliff. You go through his wife, Claire. That's the Negro family structure of the day. Most of our peoples that did have fathers, man, how much respect did they really get? You know, so that's a reality within colonial family structures. And they want this to be a perfect example, but it should not be. You got to examine things from different angles. It's simple too. It's simple. You can see the game that they playing with it. They never had no type of what you about to see right here. Let's get it. Indigenous bodybuilding. Wellness coach. Yeah, so he never showed him and his family training together. And as a powerful original man, that if we're gonna look up to something, we need to look up to that, man. That needs to be a top priority. All indigenous family structures should be training under the guidance of their father. If their father don't know, do like my father did. My father, even though he knew some martial arts, he took us to a martial arts teacher. You feel me? Indigenous bodybuilding. Come on, man. All original people need to be doing indigenous bodybuilding. That's a part of health and wellness. Right. So all right. So today, we're not gonna be able to check that out. We're gonna check that out on a whole nother day. But that was I am a wellness coach, indigenous wellness coach, as well as indigenous bodybuilder. So when I say indigenous bodybuilding, that's the same as calisthenics, strength training, but it's on the indigenous side. So it's not like competing for a bodybuilding contest per se, right? It's a holistic understanding health and wellness and understanding the power that is within that, right? And building strength holistically. Um, so he never showed again his people's doing that. If you building a powerful family structure, solution wise, like within your indigenous trust, it should be a health ministry. A health ministry. You have to have that. And see, intelligent original men, genius original men, all my twins, we already understand that it's not about us knowing everything, but we have powerful brotherhoods that, hey, we probably got a brother that we link to that know that. And you can make it happen. So everybody should be training. You must at this current time to build your strength up. Remember, they never showed no shit like that. And salute to Cosby too. They actually killed his son. Salute to his son, RP to his son. They that was a hit they put out on the son, man. Because he was causing hell. Cosby, uh, he was going against that. He still is. He going against that bootleg code. So yeah, you gotta understand deeper psychological programming that creates the fucked up colonial family structures that we see today. That led even from Coretta Scott King, what they did with the civil rights shit. That shit led into the second or third, depending on how you look at it, the second or third wave of feminism. You feel me? That hit our community like that, and the civil rights shit going to the LGBT shit. And I told y'all how that all in the artificial intelligence having more rights than the flesh and blood. So you got to understand your evil twin. Yeah, your evil twin is any original man, original woman that got a Yakubian mentality, don't want to see us rise as one sovereign empire. But it's actually orders that was created too. So Boule is just one example of orders that were created to stop the rise of the same thing the FBI said, the Black Messiah that will rise and politicize his people. You feel me? So what the Huxtable did, that is not in no way going to politicize us, but us building our own indigenous family trust will. Everybody on code like that. And original men, all the geniuses for the sisters, when I said don't be unequally yoked, I've seen the travesty of y'all being unequally yoked. So if you got to understand, you got to, if you say you smarter than that man, then that's unequally yoked. Yeah, straight up dishonest. You gotta think, because all original women naturally conform to a man that's more intelligent than them. I mean, you can have certain areas, but shit, overall architectural intelligence, you ain't gonna respect that man. So don't be getting with him. Understand that. Original men, of course, man. We gotta be way greater than the bullshit programming that they put out for us to be. We should not be like Huxtable. Huxtable, that's straight boule, that's straight weak. He ain't come with nothing of substance for an original man. He was like a husband wife, straight up, if you really look at the goddamn character. But again, we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Salute to Cosby for right now standing up against them boule, Yakubian order colonizers. And he even listen, he was one of the few celebrities that even stood up for somebody in his field. Yeah, all black men in the same fields, y'all should all be standing up for each other. But in the music and entertainment field, because all of that, even the court gestures of today, comedians are all entertainment, and music can be thrown in the entertainment too. He said they railroaded R. Kelly and gave R. Kelly his lawyer. Yeah, so that part too, the boule hate him for. They don't play that shit when they can easily molest one of us that make it up into an influential position, which R. Kelly was an easy target. Can't read, so can't read that good. So easy to fuck you over on contracts. you from the hood, you don't really know business like that, etc. You got people around you bad advising, all of that type of shit, right? But yeah, he was the only one of the only few that stood up, man, and called shit out for what it is. A lot of these brothers, man, that they putting under this Mann Act type information, Mann Act type of charge, is just modern day lynching. All of this shit is modern day lynching, but especially that type of shit. And they do persecute black males who are geniuses. Top of they, it's like the persecution of the chiefs. Nobility first got persecuted. They be disenfranchised as a people, but they know the geniuses amongst us is of that nobility stock. So regardless of whether you doing something that's perceived as positive or perceived as negative, understand that colonizers are in Jacobian orders, in conjunction with Jacobian orders. They are seeking to take you down. So that's important. And Cosby needed salute for at least trying to really buy his own shit, man. And for for him to get out of the people being able to take away his show and take away his power, take away his manhood. He stood up like a man to try to buy his own media station. Now, Cosby, hey man, you already see what's popping. If you can't help Atlanta's indigenous radio and Two Raw for TV, we do our thing over here, then man, you really slipping. But this is where it's at. So y'all remember, take deeper looks at what they gave us to say this is good for you. That's the shit normally that tames you. That's the shit normally that is the Professor X shit, mind control, mind fuck you. You feel me? You got to have your brain, which is connected to your culture. That's why I was going to show the indigenous bodybuilding, which is a derivative of martial arts, martial alchemy, which should always be a part of your trust. That's linked to your health trust because exercise, meditative movement does equate to health and wellness. You're going to be more healthier exercising, that alone, right? But it's important for you to know that and establish powerful family structures right now. And make sure y'all check out the last debate, man. My brother did his thing, Jay, Elian, and all the brothers that was on. Crumb said something real interesting, which is controversy. Is Jesus gay? Y'all let me know as well. Y'all can drop a comment on that as well. Because it is funny, man. Jay answered whether he had a woman, but the whole gay thing, I guess that's still up for a debate. But shout out to him, man. Jay really do what he do. And it's a great question because it all tie into what we're looking at now. We're looking at now a dysfunctional family structure, Huxtable type shit that they want. Like, all right, that's the marriage license type shit. They got marriage license. They're going to college. Remember, colleges, especially black colleges, all created by Jacobian orders in colonial society, right? Whether you call them pilgrims that call themselves Jews that created the Spelman and all this other shit, Rockefellers who control the curriculum and shit like that. That's what that shit got you into. As opposed to you getting knowledge of self, love of self, what Elijah and them was pushing. What Prophet Noble Drew Ali was pushing for us to do for self, vote for self, and make sure to hit me up if you need any personal training. I'm gonna be putting out more videos on that too because it's gonna deal with the conscious kickball coming up too. Make sure y'all all coming through to the conscious kickball. But everybody should be training. And everybody should have a different family structure than what the Huxtable put out. And again, he had no power with his shit. None. His shit was weak. Now, if we want to take it further, we can really go in on a debate with this, but it is what it is. That shit was weak and we have to build greater. It was under Boule control, but we still salute Cosby for doing what he doing. He rebelling against him the best way he know how, but send that bread over this way. And you feel me? It's gonna really make a great change all the way through, man. We got major projects that I'm gonna bring forth here so y'all can see what we're doing. But straight self-sufficient, man. It's the opposite of the Boule shit that they want us to be. It's dealing with our liberation, self-sustainability, and perpetual or eternal sovereignty. So make sure you get at me on Instagram. My Instagram is T the Big Headed Alchemist. That's T, the big headed alchemist. The way you see it spelled on the screen, you'll see me doing a handstand. And for anybody interested in the health classes, for the men and the women, I'm only doing this for 2 Off for TV elite members. So you got a subscription with 2 Off for TV, you can show and prove. Then yeah, I got you on the classes. You will still have to trade and barter with me. Help me put out some of my videos for it. But other than that, I got you. And the classes are off the chain because they deal with us healing ourselves. True doctors know how to heal themselves. So that's important in utilizing natural methods. You feel me? It's various different natural methods that you can utilize. Energy healing, massage therapy, like come on, man. Just different forms of martial arts, which we all familiar with, and that's the healing community that we building. So remember, hit me up on 2 Off for TV as well at Miko Turtle, the Big Headed Alchemist. I already know every Thursday, 9 p.m. Make sure you're here, and that's his Indigenous Radio. Salute to the fam. We out. And put in the comment section on what you think. Is the Huxtable effect bad or good? Y'all can go against what I'm saying. I want to hear everybody's perspective.